How do you know when a girl is hitting on you? She laughs at all your jokes. Even the stupid ones.
When we were dating, my significant other would laugh at all my jokes. Like, in hysterics, can't breathe. 17 years later, my significant other, now my wife, never laughs at my jokes. An eye roll is the best I'll get. Says all my jokes are lame dad jokes. The thing is, they were lame dad jokes back then too. That's my sense of humor. Pretty sure she just wanted to get in my pants.
100%, same here. My wife just rolls her eyes and shakes her head.
Which is where the women love funny men misconception comes from. Women don't find funny men attractive, they find attractive men funny.
Yep, lost some weight, and somehow magically got funnier.
The fat was shielding your funny waves.
This is the opposite of the Jonah Hill effect.
I've been developing a theory that's why relationships/marriages begin to fail around 7 to 12 years in. Women all claim to love to laugh, and want a partner who can make them laugh. Lots of guys can make women laugh. Accordingly, these guys get those women. Jokes/comedy need to take somebody a bit by surprise to be their funniest. Over time, the formula becomes predictable. Those women can recite the punchline to a joke you've just thought up before you've even said it. Patterns, cadence, body language. Too much time has passed, and you've shelled out too much comedy gold. Nothing is surprising, or spontaneous anymore, so she finds nothing funny anymore, about you. Best you can hope to try is get more extreme, filthy, absurd, etc., but that's not the material that won her over in the first place, so it's never going to rekindle that magic. You still find her sweet and sexy despite her utter disdain for you and your stupid face, but you're dead to her, which inevitably causes her to feel dead to you. Predictability looms. Comedy dies. Romance is flatlining. Only option is to cut bait and go fishing for somebody who's not completely tired of your same old shit. The solution? Once the laughter dies, the jig is up. Go and start a new relationship every 10 years. Disclaimer: don't listen to anything I have to say about anything, especially this.
Sharing the same sense of humor is more important in this respect. If I can share the dumbass memes that make me laugh, and get some more dumbass memes in return, I know I got a keeper. But honestly, the relationships that work out better for me are the ones where they can genuinely make me laugh. Do that, and it ups their attractiveness by like 40%.
Just tell them straight up. One of my best friends is a girl, and I told her I wasn't interested in anything romantic. So now I don't have to worry that I'm leading her on, or she thinks I'm just trying to get into her pants.
I usually tell the ones that I know I would not be interested in at all, like too large of an age gap. But the others, I just kinda let it be, and if they wanna ask, they can. I don't really get I don't know gut feeling. When I see someone I'm attracted to, it's more of a robotic.
You have physical features I find nice, and you have a good personality I would not mind if you ask me out, but I have no strong feelings either way right now.
I would say that all the time, and one of my friends kept asking me on pity dates because she insisted I was wrong about not wanting a relationship with anyone.
Dude. No. She liked you.
No, she made it very clear it was just a date to make me feel better. And she had a boyfriend. And he was there when she asked me out. All around uncomfortable.
Other than straight up saying, let's have a date, or, get naked, there's no clear-cut way. What one girl considers flirting is what another girl considers just being friendly. It's maddening.
Right? I'll be having a grand old time with someone, making them laugh and smile, getting everything from physical nudges, lean in, the hair sweep gesture, etc., and then 10 minutes in, the casual
"Oh, my boyfriend, husband"
reference suddenly comes out, and I'm doing a mental facepalm. Not that you should immediately stop the convo. Making friends is good regardless of gender, and social practice is practice, but you still die a tiny bit inside when you have to switch mental gears out of potential relationship, hookup mode.
My buddy's advice:
Actually, there's no formula. Chicks are so indifferent that what works on one won't work on the other.
When she says,
"I hope you'll be my last,"
and
I want to spend the rest of my life with you. But then again, she might just be friendly, so best to keep your wits about you.
Agreed. Maybe she means the last friend she friend zone. When she's literally hitting you in a friendly manner.
Lol. I used to softly hit guys I like, and guys I want to be friends with. I guess that sent out the wrong signals. I also touched guys' arms, guys I think are friends. I stopped doing that once I wisened up.
When you think about it 9 years later, you'll know for sure.
Facts. Gotta love sitting in bed, and thinking back to something like 4 years ago, and going, oh. That's what she meant. Turns out she didn't really care if I wanted a cupcake, or not, she was using it as an excuse to see me. Edit, she and I were unsure of what we wanted at the time, but never really took any serious steps. We've been on friendly terms for years, just with the understanding that all we will be is friends.
I had a girl knock on my door, and tell me about how she gives great blowjobs. Don't know how I f***ed that one up.
Had a girl show me her lace underwear, and let me rub her leg because
I just shaved.
she received awkward
Go smooth, let's finish this biology project, I want to go home soon.
I'm not sure if you are really lucky, or really unlucky.
I can tell you one thing for sure, he hates himself.
I can tell you one more thing for sure, he passed his bio project for sure.
Can you imagine, if he still failed?
It was on mating signals, and reproduction, so he did.
She was giving him a handy, and he still didn't realize she was hitting on him.
Had a girl tell me she wanted a massage, brought me to an empty bedroom, this was at a house party. Took her top off, and lay face down on the bed, just jeans, and a bra. I'm telling you, I think she got the best 15-minute massage ever, and I was so bloody confused when she stormed out later that night. I grew up a little isolated in the country, and I obviously was incredibly naive to the ways of teenage girls offering themselves up. Sometimes I look back, and regret this moment because she was a really cool, kind, smart, and gorgeous girl, and I missed out on that opportunity. Then I quickly realized that had I been with her I probably wouldn't have met my now wife, and had my son who is a f***ing legend of a 2-year-old. Life works out sometimes.
I had a girl ask me if I wanted her to suck my dick. Perplexed high school me thought it had to be a joke, or dare, so just I said no. She stormed away seemingly upset. I guess I was super dense, but that was strange to me at the time also.
girl.
Do you want me to suck your dick?
Me, yes, but that doesn't mean it's going to happen. Are you asking for consent to suck my dick, or is this a penny for your thoughts moment?
I was supposed to go to dinner, and a movie with a friend, and her brother. Her brother didn't show up, so it was just us two. I didn't think anything of it until years later. That poor girl, she invited me to come over to watch TV at 11 p.m. We lived in the same dorm complex, and I thought that was redundant because I had the same cable TV.
14 years into a game of truth, or dare, we're married with 8 children, and I'm still waiting for her to say.
Psych.
I once went on a date, and didn't realize that it was a date until 5 years later. I had a girl show up on my front door in a bikini. My dumb ass thought she wanted to go to the beach. Heather. I'm sorry, penis, I'm so very sorry.
If you're sitting next to her, and she leans into you every time she laughs. If she touches you anytime she talks to you, or asks you a question. If she plays with her hair whenever you talk to her. If she rubs her ass up against your dick. Pretty straightforward stuff, really.
I don't know. Never been hit on.
In a few years you'll have a face palm.
Don't do that. Don't give me hope.
I can't. I often have a hunch, but most of the time the way people act is the same as they would with a friend. I really value people being, tactfully, blunt for this reason. I hate the whole song and dance of social interactions sometimes. I wish people just said what they think.
I work with this really cute girl, and we are friends, and I kind of like her. So I kind of hear rumblings that she likes me from some co-workers. And one day she asks me,
why don't American guys say if they like someone? How will you know if they like you back?
I thought this was a clear signal that she wanted me to say if I liked her, or not, so the next day I asked her on a date. and it turns out she just moved in with her long-term boyfriend. Give up. Not trying anymore. Everything's made up, and the points don't matter.
You can't trust the he said she said kinda stuff.
Can confirm. If I enjoy a guy's company, I treat him as a good friend. I enjoy hanging out and spending time with good friends. I do this for both male and female friends. I am aware that I may be sending mixed signals to guys, but I have no clue how to continue being a good friend without doing so.
Ah, yes, I have witnessed this paradox a few times. It's like you have to be lesbian in order to really be friends with most guys, and even still they'll shoot their shot, eventually. I'm a dude who has some female friends, and it goes the opposite way too, where I just want to be friends, and they want more, and it's just awkward.
1. Be unattractive. 2. Don't be attractive.
Never fails.
The 2 rules I always live by. They haven't led me astray yet.
Some girls just want attention, and will flirt with you for it. Problem is there is no way of telling until you ask them out.
Yup. This. If she really wants to be with you, she will make it obvious. If you have to wonder about if she's into you, or not, she's probably not into you.
It's hard to know for sure. I was hanging out with a girl I used to know in high school. She's single. I'm single. Brought up repeatedly how much of a crush she had on me. Sat in my lap for a couple minutes. Couldn't stop touching me. Lots of
You're so funny.
grabbing of the arm and shoulder. When I made my move I was told she didn't feel that way about me anymore. Just take your chance. There's no shame in striking out. Though, it'd take a bit of striking out to really believe that.
It's a clue when she ends up in the same one single bedroom with you, when all the party drunks are distributed to whatever sleeping places are available. It's a stronger clue when she locks the door after you. Of course, since she didn't proceed to push my head right into her boobs next, 19-years-old me didn't get the message, and let her have the bed. Slept next to the door instead, since obviously she was afraid of something. Why else would she have locked the door? And the honorable thing to do was to put me in between her and potential danger. Poor girl. At that point in my life she probably could have mounted me like a bronco at the rodeo, and I'd still have thought she was just a good sport. Don't be me. Met her again 20 years later at the opening of a new park in the city we grew up in, still hot. We had a good laugh about it all. Later that night, quite a few drinks later on her part, when most of the crowd had gone home, she came straight up to me, and said we had unfinished business to attend to. Right behind the newly planted hedge. Developed into a friends with benefits thing, focused on risky situations, still going. There's hope, you dorks. The catch, some girls are just as clueless as you are. It's dangerous to think that any of these things means a girl wants to date. F you. Some girls are teases. Some girls are teases, and don't know it. If a girl invites you over to hang out with people, and you get there, and she's the only one home, and she wants to go upstairs to show you something, but she can't remember what it was, but she realizes she needs to change clothes, and she's only somewhat modest about it, and she asks if you like her new bra, that's all a really good sign. But there are some girls who will do all of the above, and then give you a weird reaction when you go for it. Most of them would have attention issues, but some people are just really clueless, especially in high school. Some people grow woman bodies before they are really sexually aware/comfortable. They want to flirt, but don't really want to take things further. This does not make them bad people. It's frustrating, but the only way to know for sure is to go for it, and pay attention to her response. The thing some guys don't understand is that, if you go for it, and are rebuffed, and are cool about it, the girl will eventually have a conversation with her friends that goes like,
"Yeah, I had Joe up in my room, and I was getting changed, and he tried to hook up with me, can you believe it?"
You're an idiot. Of course he did. What happened?
He was really confused, but he was cool about it, and nothing really happened.
Now you have the reputation as someone who is desirable enough for your friend to want to flirt with, brave enough to go for it, but yet trustworthy enough because you did the right thing, and deserving of sympathy, in a good way, because your friend blue balled you. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out my other videos. Also, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe and ring the notification bell.